And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And Jackson throwing once more, rolling to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Coming up on 2nd and 7. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. On the move to his left. Going deep for Diggs. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Allen off the play fake. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Jackson to throw, sliding out of the pocket. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On first and goal, Drake, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kenyon Drake taking it in from a yard out, and the Ravens have regained the lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 48 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Again, Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
3rd and goal from the 6. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. A final shot before half for Allen. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play and 2 more for good measure. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson, flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Fourth down, here's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
And they'll try and run it in with Singletary.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
And he'll take this down to the 33. 8 yards to go on second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Jackson now. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Here's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
They'll try and run with Drake. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And the Bills are going to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it again with Cook.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Gabriel Davis.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bills will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Dobbins trying the left side, and he'll be taken down at about the 45.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Jackson.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Jackson.
He'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So Allen's going to look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They'll run with Cook, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the